If you have 6 months or more experience as an editor, you might be starting to feel more confident in your editing skills, and maybe even noticing how your mindset and workflow have shifted since you started your business. That's huge. Starting out in this business is not easy, and if you're sticking with it beyond the earliest days, that deserves celebration. But I think what's actually harder than getting started is convincing yourself to do what's necessary to take your business to the next level. What do I mean? Well, this can be different for different people. If you started out as a freelancer for editing agencies or academic presses, that shift could look like you starting to market your business and attract private clients. That was a big hurdle for me at first, and it was all grounded in mindset and the self-doubt I felt about my ability to attract clients. I'm going to dive deeper into that part of my own journey in an upcoming episode. Another scenario is that you're already starting to bring in your own clients, but maybe you're struggling with this. Maybe you've been experiencing the feast or famine cycles and you're feeling stuck, wondering, how can I get out of this? Why aren't more people hiring me? Why can't I just find stable work? I see that a lot too, among new editors and even among editors who have been in this business for years. Either way, in this episode, I'm sharing a few ways to build on your foundation and take your business to the next level. No more feast or famine, no more self-doubt, just a solid strategy to help you move forward and grow your business. Let's dive in. Welcome to Leaving Academia, Becoming a Freelance Editor, the podcast. I'm your host, Paulina Cossette. In 2019, I was a political science professor who was fed up with the stress and hostility of academia, not to mention the low pay. I left my tenure-track job and went from barely surviving to thriving as a freelance academic editor. Today, I own Acadia Editing Services, an editing and coaching business that brings in 6 figures a year. In this podcast, I'll discuss the challenges of academia, what academic editing involves, and what life as a freelancer looks like. If you're willing to jump outside your comfort zone, it is possible to find joy, true flexibility, and a profitable and rewarding career as an academic editor. Thanks for listening. Whenever I see editors saying that they've been doing this for years and they're only earning $20 an hour, it makes me sad. There is no reason why any professional editor who is good at their job should be struggling to get by. If, and this is an important if here, if you've gotten positive feedback from clients, which indicates that you're a good editor and there's nothing wrong with your skills or the quality of your work, what's preventing you from earning the amount of money that you need to be comfortable is one of two things. One, your editing speed coupled with the rate you charge, or 2, your marketing. Let's take each of these 2 issues in turn. Point 1A. Increasing your editing speed should be the first strategy you try to start earning more money. I know many editors still charge their clients an hourly rate, but I think this is a big mistake. It creates uncertainty for the client. For example, they don't know how much they'll end up having to pay you for the project, and it prevents you from earning the highest hourly rates possible. This is because even academic clients with large budgets and research funds are likely to balk at an editor earning $100 an hour or more. And you can earn a rate like this if you follow the tips I'm outlining here. So, assuming that you are charging per word, be sure you're tracking your editing time and recording it in a spreadsheet. Inside my program, Becoming an Academic Editor, I share an Excel template based on the spreadsheet that I've always used. It has columns to enter information about the client and project, the hours you worked, what you were paid, and then columns that calculate for you your editing speed in words per hour, the hourly rate you're earning, and some other great data. The reason it's so important to record all this is because you can look back every few months and assess where you've made progress and where you need some help. For example, are there certain types of projects where you work very quickly and end up consistently earning a higher hourly rate? Maybe you excel at copy editing job market letters, or maybe you've gotten really good at formatting dissertations. Whatever it is, the data you've been tracking will tell you. When you identify a pattern, seek out more of those projects that earn you more money. The same is true for employers. When you use a spreadsheet like the one I just mentioned, you can compare your hourly rate across employers, editing agencies, book publishers, even private clients. When you feel comfortable enough to do so, let go of the agencies or clients where you're consistently earning less per hour and focus instead on attracting more clients with whom you earn more per hour. My one last piece of advice on this: don't wait too long to make these changes. I know that quitting an agency or no longer taking work from a particular client can be scary. It's natural to worry that you're letting work and paychecks go without being certain that that work will be replaced with something better. The problem with staying too long with these companies is that all your time is getting sucked up by this lower paying work when you could instead be spending that time marketing yourself to higher paying clients. Does that make sense? At some point, yes, you do have to just trust that the better work will come along and keep coming along in the long term. But really, who are you trusting there? Yourself. You're trusting that you are intelligent, creative, and capable of achieving what you're setting out to achieve. Trust yourself. You can do this. The last suggestion I'll make on this point about editing speed is to recommend that you listen to episode 20 of my podcast, where I share 5 tools that can help you work faster. These are things like macros and software like Word's auto text tool or text expander that let you save frequently used comments or even emails so you don't have to repeatedly type out the same information over and over again. I use Word's free tool auto text for leaving comments in documents. And for saving email templates, I use Beef Text, which is a free app available for PCs. But I've also heard great things about Text Expander, which lets you save snippets and apply them across all or almost all programs. Anyway, check out episode 20 for a deep dive into those tools. Again, when you charge a per word rate, you have more incentive to increase your editing speed and be more efficient, thereby making more money. Point 1B. The next strategy I recommend is for you to raise your rates. If you've been editing for 6 months to a year, again, assuming you're a strong editor and have been getting positive feedback from your clients, it's time. When I started editing in 2020, I saw many academic editors charging 2 cents a word to copy edit a journal article. It's now 6 years later, and they are still charging 2 cents a word. I say this with all the love in my heart and with full intention of helping you succeed. Stop doing yourself dirty and charge more. Raising your rates by even 1 or 2 cents a word for copy editing can make a big difference. I know it's scary and you're probably worried that you'll lose clients, but you have to try. Use the latest EFA rate chart as a guide, but also know that many editors charge more than what's shown in that chart. For the 2024 rates for copy or line editing of academic documents in the humanities, the rates are between 3 and 5 cents per word. My rates, as of this recording, are around 8 cents per word for documents like journal articles, up to around 10,000 words, 5 to 6 cents a word for books, and around 4 cents a word for dissertations or grad student projects. I also raise my rates by 1 cent per word each year. The prices of everything else keep going up, so there is no reason why you shouldn't be raising your rates annually too. Try this. The next time a faculty member contacts you to copy edit a journal article or other shorter document, quote them a rate that's 1 to 2 cents higher than your normal fee. If you're a developmental editor or a coach, try raising the quote by 20 to 30%. If they say no, don't take it as rejection. It just didn't work for them. Try it again with the next client and celebrate when they say yes. Continue asking a higher rate from new clients over the coming months. Make sure that your rates are at least in line with the EFAs. And if you're able to charge more, assuming again that you're delivering a truly high quality edit, then do it. If you're doing superb work, you deserve to be paid a rate that reflects that. This practice of raising your rates, combined with steadily increasing your editing speed, is what's going to help you reach that next level of success in your business. On to the second point, marketing. The goal here is to expand your client base. First, let me ask you this. Have you been tracking where your clients are coming from? Do you know whether they found you on the EFA or another directory, on a social media platform, through word of mouth, or through an internet search? If you don't know this, you absolutely have to implement a system to start tracking these data. Probably the easiest way to do this is to add the question, "How did you hear about me?" to the contact form on your website. Then, when you enter that person into your customer relationship management or CRM system, or into your email service provider like Kit or MailerLite, you can tag them with the source or how they found you. At the end of each year, I look through my email account and add up how many clients found me from each source. You can listen to episode 16 of my podcast, How Do Clients Find Me? My 2024 year in review, to hear my summary from last year. If you have been tracking how clients find you, now is a great time to sift through the data and determine which marketing routes have been working the best and double down on them. If cold emails have been working, send more. If LinkedIn is your jam, keep posting and DMing. If you've been sharing goofy reels on Instagram and that's helping you connect with your audience, keep going. In short, to maximize your time and be a more effective and efficient marketer and business owner, you have to stop doing what's not working and do more of what is. Next, be sure to ask all of your happy clients for testimonials. Even if it's been a while since you worked with them, send an email to check in and ask if they'd be willing to write a brief testimonial about your editing work. While you're in their inbox, ask them if they would share your website with any colleagues who are trying to publish more or who are working on a book. When you've gotten permission from the clients, post their testimonials on your website and share them on social media. Include them in the emails you regularly send to your email list, your clients and people who've inquired about working with you. Don't be shy about showing off. Testimonials are powerful. You earned that wonderful feedback and you should be showing it off everywhere. Finally, I teach a whole course on digital marketing. It's called DMAE, or Digital Marketing for Academic Entrepreneurs. So I really can't give much marketing advice in just one podcast episode. But if I'm going to recommend one more thing related to how you should market yourself, it's this. Stop talking about yourself and start talking about the problems your clients are facing. Emphasize their pain points and explain clearly and concisely how you can solve them. If your website homepage starts with your bio, move it to the bottom of the page or a separate About Me page. Lean in to what your ideal clients are struggling with and show them that you get it. Then show them that you can help. Because really, deep down, we are all driven by our egos. Potential clients want to know how you can help solve their problems. They don't really care about who you are or what you've accomplished. They're not hiring you because they want to do you specifically a favor. They'll hire your competitor just as quickly if they like that person's messaging better. In marketing your business, your messaging should not be about you. It should always focus on your potential clients. Like I said at the start of the episode, there is no reason why a talented editor should not be earning enough money to support themselves. And there is more than enough work out there for all of us. But success requires flexibility and getting outside your comfort zone. Try the tips I've recommended here and let me know how it goes. And if you want more information and to belong to a community of academic entrepreneurs who embrace marketing and support each other on this journey, check out my program, Digital Marketing for Academic Entrepreneurs. Go to acadiaediting.com/marketing. Good luck, and I'll see you next time. If you're unhappy in academia and you think you might be a good editor or writing coach, check out my course, Becoming an Academic Editor. This digital course is paired with a 12-week group coaching program to support you through your decision to leave academia or not, and to start building a profitable and rewarding academic editing business. Learn more by going to acadiaediting.com/become an editor. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time.